Gorm has fallen to the shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Damn it. I have time for a couple more towns before, everything starts, you know, going completely to shit. Not that it already isn't. Why do cops keep pulling me over? I've lied to 3 people about me not knowing my taillight is broken. Get reports of a sleeper cell in Lawton. Needs cleanup sooner rather than later. As if I can even deal with it. Is that where I was going? No. It wasn't. September 2013, Sachs Church. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and people are friendly enough. It can only be a matter of time before they catch the Shadow's attention. I know that what you're doing is important. I don't know how I know, but I feel it. Do what you have to do and make sure you come back to us. Brought to the problematic area and told my payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what's going on here, but all the same, I should help. Another victim of the Shadow. So horribly diseased that more boils and... No. Found 3 unfired hollow point rounds. Found a set of keys. Ooh, trash. Nothing but an old shoulder stock. Maybe this could prove useful. That doesn't seem very useful. The name Nyx often appears in relation to physical suffering. Early Christians claim it was a word uttered by Christ on the cross, but it also appears in the language of pre-Roman Celtic tribes to identify some kind of pain, avatar, or spirit. Covered some dusty jewelry estimated to be worth about 4 pounds. Another body lies at my feet, oils coat everywhere. Probably died by suffocation like the rest. The animosity is rooted in the suffering reportedly endured by a worshipper of Nyx while captured by the cult of Cthoth. Cthoth worshippers also seem to tell the story the other way around. Mostly garbage. There's a piece of sturdy wire I could use as a lockpick. Another corpse, horribly diseased. The battle turned instantly upon the invocation of Uku's iron. Some of the enemies spat out blood, some writhed in pain, some simply dropped their conditions, only one thing in common. They all died. Run for my life, I'm pretty sure. Could not be asked right now. People waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask questions. Upon my assurance that the problem is resolved, they pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit the town. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and it can only be a matter of time before they catch the Shadow's attention. Let's see if we can figure out who's invading. I'll just wipe the slate clean real quick. Start with the facts. Nyx is the god of pain. T is associated with the concept of pain. Thoth is the enemy of the god of pain. Nyx is not the invading god. Shug is associated with the color purple. Purple is associated with the, madness. The god identified by the Kuz rune is also not the invading god. Don't know that yet, though. Nyx is associated with the color yellow. Rune Bati is associated with the color yellow. Thoth is identified with the Agon rune. Nyx hates the god associated with the color white. Color purple is associated with the concept. Yeah, I already got that. Nyx is not invading. The god identified by Kuz is not invading, which would be, assumably, you. So... wait. Yeah. So this is the invader. Hopefully. Well, better insane than world destroyed, I suppose. Surgeons demanded to repair my wounds satisfactorily, although the job was hurried and the scarring may be permanent. Looking at my fellow patients, I cannot in good conscience complain. September 24th, 2013. Stonehenge. In the center of Stonehenge, the ground has been torn up. An eerily lit entrance leads into some kind of tunnel network. I don't know if it's unthinkably ancient or recently built, but either way, the shadow is not even trying to conceal it. This close to the deadline, it must feel assured of victory. This will either be the place where it will finally be vanquished, or a fitting tomb for myself. I must be sure that I have all the runes in the order they must be cast for the ritual, or at the very least enough information to confidently guess. Well, I suppose it's time to try to end this. And the corpse. Massive oozing deformity. Nothing but an old military flashlight, but it could help. Ancient 9mm with a couple rounds still working. Another victim of the shadow. Their body was so horribly diseased that, like the others, they burst into a mass of disgusting lumps of flesh and pus. Found a set of keys. These should help in this deadly tomb of death. 3 armor-piercing rounds. 3 more armor-piercing rounds. Wow, that's really unfortunate on my part. Nothing. Corpse here. You are the god of disease, I'm pretty sure, right? Probably disease. If it's not apparent. Found an ancient 9mm with still some more rounds to use. That is... 9mm. That is disgusting. There's a corpse here that luckily wasn't part of that mass of bodies. Small handful of 9mm. Another corpse destroyed by disease. Two armor-piercing rounds. Another corpse that's barely even recognizable as a person. This is it. Hagen, because it's dead. Or at least gone for now. The next thing I remember is lying in the grass near Stonehenge, being woken by the dawn chorus. The tunnel entrance was no longer there. The ground seemed undisturbed, and yet my hands were caked with mud and earth. No one seems to remember anything that happened. The shadow that hung over the land has vanished like smoke, as have the creatures it brought. The world sleeps now, wounded but fitfully. Good work, soldier. Whenever's convenient, report in at the ministry. Might have a little job for you. Well, we survived, and didn't go completely insane. That's always a bonus. I mean, I'm not a raving lunatic in some asylum right now, clawing my eyes out over the fact that the darkness is surrounding me and trying to get me. But other than that, I'm actually kind of surprised that I survived this, because I honestly thought at the end there I was going to lose too much sanity and probably lose or, you know, die from health loss. But I guess those that extra game that I played myself and the one that I saw my buddy play, you know, it helped. And I think A is the best ending. I don't actually know, but I think it is. I don't think there's an S rank, unfortunately. Ended 5/16, 8/5/2016. The Scholar successfully banished the Ancient with just 7 hours remaining and managed to escape with body and mind intact. Discovered all 4 runes of the banishment ritual and only allowed for a single town to fall to the shadow after beginning their mission. Took a balanced approach to combat but slightly favored melee, exterminating 109 enemy minions with melee attacks. Learned 5 spells and made use of them 7 times. In the end, the subject was a physically exhausted, mentally shattered, narcotics-riddled, burdened, suicidal demon hunter. All fairly expected, except for the narcotics-riddled. Gotta wonder what's in those. Anyway, that's it for now with the Consuming Shadow. I'll probably visit again with the other characters and do playthroughs as them. So